must be proud of him.
Yeah, definitely. I think that look, you don't like losing. I think that's clear. But as far as maybe building some of the things that we wanted to build in this performance, what we measure, I suppose our scoreboard measures our own personal ones as a team. We ticked a lot of those boxes, but we still missed out on a few bits and pieces. They started getting some ruck speed on us, and that hurt us a touch. And maybe wrapping up like Joey Manu was absolutely outstanding. Brandon Smith started to get a bit of speed around the ruck. Where they tried to target us there, but I thought we held our own there pretty well, considering the situation. And obviously once the send-off came, we're just trying to scramble to stay alive, really.
You mentioned the send-off. What do you know about the circumstances? And
well, the World Cup hasn't given us any footage. We've asked for it. They've not given us any. I'm not sure why. So we're all a bit in the dark.
Did the player tell you why he thought he was sent off?
Mate, I think obviously the player was sent off because he said something to the referee. I mean that's pretty clear, right? But those things, you've got to look at that's an accumulation of frustration that comes off the back of a try previous where there's no play to ball by Brandon Smith, and then continual blocks on the kickoffs. They're pretty obvious. I'm a rugby bloke, I know. Even the one that where Cheika, second man in, where the knock on down the line, that's just a bit of frustration that comes in, you know what I mean? So if those things are, that should never happen, obviously, but if those things are handled right, the game is, because it was a great game, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. I think fans enjoyed it, the ones that were here. So, I think obviously we're considered as the lower tier team, so there's a certain perception there, and that's the way it rolls. What can you do?
Are you worried about being without him for matches?
No, we'll just see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. There's no point worrying about anything until we know exactly what happened, and it's really clear because there's conflicting stories, and I'm sure there'll be a method to find out what happened, and from there we'll be able to make a call on yes, this is what we think about that situation. But it's a shame that we can't make that decision now, but unable to find the footage that has that audio on it. So I'm not sure why, but.
Were there times you sat there and thought, we're going to win this, we can win this now?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think, you're just playing you're playing the best you can. You don't think like that at all, You just think about staying in the game and doing the basics that we wanted, where we prepared ourselves with well, and then and try and put the opposition under pressure. And take the opportunities when they come our way. I thought we were good at taking the opportunities that came away. We had a couple of really good set starts on good ball, and we tossed the ball away once. I think there was 3, but we had really good field position at the start of a set, and we lost a pill. So, that eases pressure. We can't afford to do that in this type of game, you know what I mean? So they're obviously such a high quality team, but there's a lot to build on from that performance for the next games coming up, and our World Cup goes, you've got the 3 games to get yourself through. So we'll take all the good things out of that and try and take it on to next week's game against Ireland.
Any injuries?
No, I don't think so. I think we there's a few boys who'll be pretty tired, I reckon. But I think everyone come out all right. I've been pretty busy doing the other stuff, so I haven't really, trying to get the other stuff sorted out. So I haven't really had a look. But nothing's been reported into me, and everyone seems in relatively good condition, considering we're going to need a good recovery. I'm not sure how. I gather Ireland won today, so I'm not sure by how much, but they look like they're a pretty solid team. So it's going to be a really, really good challenge for us next week. But we built a lot of good foundations today that we want to see in our side and the way we play, and how we want people to see us, from Lebanese supporters back home in Lebanon and also back home in Australia, where a lot of these boys are from, so that we can, I thought we made some good decisions out there, and we enjoyed the battle. We didn't shy away from the battle. They tried to steamroll us a few times, and we enjoyed the battle, and we thought we showed a really united front out there, which was really good. Sounds like that in a team if you don't believe in exactly, what the possibilities are and what the capabilities are, and then you try to get them to do a little bit more than that. I think that's the key. Try to get them to learn a little bit more about themselves, and I think tonight this is what you want to get at a World Cup. You want to have the opportunity, especially when you're in our situation, to try and play against the world number 1 and get in the tussle and see what happens. And it's a shame we lost the man, because we were right in the tussle. I can't quite remember what the score was at that time, but we we were right in the battle, you know, for good periods of time, and I think, like I said, it'll help us for the next stage of the tournament, which is obviously really important.
Good on you, mate.
Talked about how much the team was fed off your excitement of being involved in this. What has this week been like for you?
Yeah, it's been great, you know. Like, obviously, Test footy is it's an addiction, you know what I mean? You can't, no matter what code, I suppose, you can't get away from the thrill of the anthems and the crowd and what you can achieve when you're playing for your country, you know. And I think that our first challenge was all of us getting the national anthem out as loud as possible. I think that we did that okay. May have got a few lines wrong here or there, but I know what it means, which is, you know, everyone in behind the country, you know, everyone proud of their country, and that's certainly what we wanted to show tonight against a pretty mighty opposition. But for me personally, it's been great. You know, I've enjoyed it. I'm learning a lot, and hopefully I'm contributing to the fellas enjoying their game, and hopefully can make them a little bit better as the tournament goes on.
Thank you.
Okay.